Hey everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are doing another e-reader unboxing, but we are throwing it back to 15 years ago with the Barnes & Noble first edition Nook e-reader. Before we get started with the unboxing, I want to say a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Skillshare. If you don't know what Skillshare is, it is the largest online learning community for creatives. It has a wide range of topics such as illustration, photography, art, graphic design, productivity, and more. There are thousands of creative classes in so many different genres. I've used Skillshare for years. I have used it for a lot of my creative endeavors, such as crochet and embroidery. I know a lot of you who watch my videos are obviously into reading and into books, and they have a bookbinding class teaching you how to bookbind your own books. They also have classes on how to create your own book cover if you were trying to write your own book and create your own book yourself. I know a lot of you guys are free this summer, so spend your summer learning something new with the different classes from Skillshare. I 100% recommend it. If you guys are interested in checking out Skillshare for yourself, I am going to have a link in the description box down below. And the first 500 people that click my link down below get one whole free month of Skillshare. That is an absolute steal. So make sure to check it out for yourself. Click the link down below. Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video, and let's get right into it. The reason I'm unboxing this today is because I'm feeling very nostalgic, and the first edition Nook was the first e-reader I ever owned. I actually had it as a kid because my parents could not keep up with the amount of books that I was reading as a kid, and my dad, I believe, won the Nook in a work giveaway, and he gave it to me, and he would sideload hundreds of books for me on this little thing, and I had it for so long until it died, and I think about it all the time. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it because I just want to feel nostalgic again. And you can also get these online for like $15 now. So affordable. It's probably going to be extremely slow, nothing like a Kindle or the e-readers nowadays. So I want you guys to go into this video with low expectations. This device is 15 years old. So it's been a very long time. Barnes & Noble doesn't even support the device anymore. Anyways, I'm very excited. I actually found this new sealed in box. It's never been used before, completely sealed, and it was still very, very cheap. And honestly, a lot of these old e-readers I just find so much better than the new ones. Like I said, you can buy these used for $5 to $15. And if it says on the listing that it needs a new battery, I will show you guys how easy it is to replace the battery on these things, and it is very cheap. So if you can find one of these for 10 bucks online and buy a $15 battery, you can get an amazing e-reader that can last you a while, but you have to sideload all of your books, which I will hypothetically show you how to do that later. I'm also gonna be filming a TikTok at the same time. Let's just go ahead and get into it. But yeah, I'll put a link for Mercari down below. If you guys use my link to sign up, you do get like a $10 coupon, I believe. And I use Mercari to buy and sell all of my used items. This is the angle that we're gonna be going for today. My hand is wrapped up like this. If you haven't been here for a while or you don't follow me, I did have a really bad hand injury 6 weeks ago, and I am wrapping up my fingers just for your sake, because I do have a pin sticking out of the top of my finger and I don't want to gross anybody out. For anybody comments asking what's wrong with my hand, that is what's wrong. I'm just covering up my hand for your sake. All right, hopefully you guys can see okay. I'm trying to get a decent angle here. So I do have a case that I also found for it online, but we're gonna open that in a little bit because there's not a lot of cases for that thing. But here is the Nook itself. Like I said, I got this sealed. I just got lucky. It was super, super cheap. I think I had a bunch of credits on Mercari because I sell on there, and also you guys use my link. So I got this for $10 sealed in box because I had all my credits. But even the sealed in box ones without credits are like 50 bucks. I mean, you can find some really good ones on eBay as well. Oh my God, those are so much wrapping. This is the third one. Okay, this is actually a sick joke at this point. Okay, 4 bubble mailers later. This is what the original packaging looked like. So I'm having like very big nostalgia right now. When I'm telling you guys, I used this Nook all day, every day. I loved this thing. It was my baby, okay? Like, this was my whole world. Seeing this right now makes me feel so nostalgic. The fact that it's sealed in box is also insane for a 15-year-old device. This came out in 2009, I believe. It was like September or October of 2009. And I don't know if it was the first e-reader to ever exist, but it definitely like sparked the popularity of e-readers. but unfortunately I could go on another rant about this. Barnes & Noble does not do very well with promoting or catering to their e-readers, and that's a shame because I honestly would have stuck with Barnes & Noble if they kept doing cool things like Amazon does, but unfortunately they don't. So we are gonna cut into this 15-year-old device, which may hurt some people's souls, but this will be well loved. It has like this textured box. I don't know if you can see. It says Nook. On the back it says Barnes & Noble. So here's the picture, and it's a very heavy box. I do remember this e-reader being very heavy in my like 10, 11-year-old hands. If this came out in 2009, I was 11. So in my 11-year-old hands, this was very heavy for me. I wish I would have had like a pop socket or something at the time, but I don't even think those existed, so. Okay, so we have the wall plug and the charger. This is a micro USB, I believe. One of the old cables that aren't used anymore. Oh my gosh. The back looks like this as well. Didn't realize I bought the black one because the one that I wanted to buy has a white back, but actually now that I'm looking at it, I do prefer the black back because it's not gonna get as dirty. Like you won't be able to see the dirt as much because I do remember the white backs got dirty very easily, but the front is still white, so it still looks really pretty. So I'm very happy with that. This is definitely as heavy as I remember it. It is a very heavy device, definitely a lot heavier than the new, you know, Kindles and everything, which I'm not trying to compare it to new age devices. I'm just giving you a comparison. This is not a techie review. This is just a girl who loves to read, being nostalgic. But basically this top part right here is just an e-reader, e-ink display. There's no backlight, so you can't read at night like you can with the new Kindles. You do have, I remember as a kid, I had a clip-on light, and they actually have a light that's like licensed towards Nooks that you clip onto the top, and you could read at night that way, because that is how I would read at night, was with my little clip-on light. So it's like an actual book, but this bottom screen right here has an LCD screen. So this is touch screen, this is not touch screen. And this is where you could control everything. And then there's also front and back arrowed buttons as well. So everything is controlled by this little screen down here. We have the charging port right here. There's also a headphone jack because you can also download music onto this thing. Some people, I remember back in the day, would use this for music and reading at the same time, which is just amazing. I won't be doing that. The headphone jack is just really nice to have. I do miss those in all of the new age devices. Like I said, we have this really nice like silicone-y plastic material back with the Nook in, and then there's also these little divots right here at the top of the device, which you can use on their cases that came with the Nook, and those cases would hook into these latches right here. So if you get Nook specific cases, if you can find one, a lot of them latch into those parts right there. And then I believe that this is the power button right here. And then there's nothing on the sides because these are where the buttons are. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and remove everything and turn it on. I mean, I don't know what else to do at this point. It does say to fully charge before use, so maybe I should plug it in. So it's a couple days later, and I don't know what I expected from a 15-year-old device, but I had it charged for like 12 hours. It won't turn on, even though it's brand new. So I'm gonna show you guys how to take the battery out and replace it. That's the only thing I can think of doing, is that it's just such an old battery that it just won't keep a charge anymore. So I ordered a like $15 battery on Amazon. I'll put a link for it down below. And then I'm going to charge the device for 30 minutes because that's what it says to do. And if that doesn't work, then I will be returning this and buying one that I know already works from somebody who has used it. I thought, since this is brand spanking new, that it would still work. The battery's not swollen or anything, so I don't know, it'll light up, but it like flickers like the battery is having a hard time staying charged or something. So I'm not 100% sure on the issue, but I'm gonna do a little bit of work here and show you guys how to do it. So it's actually really easy. So you just flip it over, and there's a little notch here, and you just pull up on that notch and it pulls the entire back plate off. So it just pulls the back plate off, and you might have to use like a little tool, like a screwdriver, like a flathead screwdriver. I'm just using a crochet hook to help pop the back off like that. Oh, you probably didn't even see it, but anyways, you get the idea. You just very carefully pop the back off, and then you will see the battery here. And as you can see, the battery is not swollen, so I am not really too sure what's wrong with it, but it's just held in by a screw. So you just take a little screwdriver and you unscrew the screw, then you just pull it out, and it says Barnes & Noble on it. Like, it's literally a Barnes & Noble battery. But there's little pins on the new battery that you just line up with the pins on here, and you just push it in. There's only one way it can go, so you just push the new battery in, and then screw the screw back on, and then you pop the back on. And that's also where you put the micro SD card too, if you want to put micro SD card in there. So now I'm going to charge this for 30 minutes and we're going to see if it actually turns on. I really hope it does. I have a really good gut feeling that this new battery is going to work. Before, just in case this happens to you guys, and honestly, if you buy one that's really old, you might as well just upgrade the battery anyway because it'll last longer. It was really cheap. The light is actually staying on. It's a orange light and it's supposed to turn off when it's fully charged. Where before, when I had it plugged in with the old battery, the orange light was flickering on and off, and it wouldn't stop flickering. It wouldn't go off, it wouldn't go completely on. But now, since I've plugged it in, it has stayed completely on and has not flickered once. That is a good sign. So I'm gonna keep it charged for at least like another hour probably. I don't know how long it takes to fully charge these things. I think it said online it can take like 3 to 5 hours to fully charge it, which is insane, but to be expected. And I'll update you guys later. I really hope it works because I want to read on this so badly. Like, I've just been staring at it, waiting for the battery to come in the mail. Guys, it worked. It worked. It just needed a new battery, and the person that I bought the Nook from refunded me. So, I mean, I didn't spend that much on it at all, but I got my money back that I did spend. So I got a free Nook and a new battery. So I'm so excited. Now we're just gonna go over setup. You know, this device is so old, so like, does seeing the setup screen really matter? No. It's also very late now, so the lighting progressively got worse. So it says, welcome to your Nook, the Barnes & Noble ebook reader. Experience everything you love about reading in a new way. Load all the books you'll ever want to read onto your Nook, along with your favorite magazines, newspapers, and audio files. It says use the touch screen to get started. Click the touch screen. I don't even know if you guys can see it. It says tap here to get started. Register with your existing account, register later. Can you guys even see the touchscreen? It's so dark, you guys can't even see it on camera. I'll hold it like this. So Barnes & Noble does not support this device anymore, so I can't register it to an account. So I'm just gonna click register later because it's not going to work anyway. I have to sideload all of my stuff. So I'm not going to take the tour just because I can figure it out myself. But yeah, this is the home screen. Down here, we have the touch screen. So you can, you know, move it like this, which I just think is so cool that it has like both. The daily, I believe, used to be like the daily like newspaper or whatever that Barnes & Noble would do. Actually, I should probably connect to the Wi-Fi first. So this little N right here is the home button. So if like you're in something and you want to exit, you just click the home button. So I'm going to connect to the internet, and well, I'll see if it'll let me connect to the internet. I have my phone right here because I was filming a TikTok. Okay, so I'm typing in my password. Has the keyboard. It's slow, but not as slow as I thought it would be, honestly. And I would show you, but I'm typing in my password, so I'm not gonna show you that right now. Hopefully my Wi-Fi is not too powerful. I may have to connect it to a 2G Wi-Fi instead of a 5G or whatever. Also, I forgot to mention, or maybe I did and I forgot that I mentioned it, this is the 3G and Wi-Fi edition. Back in the day, they had an edition where you could also have 3D connectivities in these Nooks. So you could take this out in public, and the 3G connection means that you could download and read books on the 3G network. I honestly don't even know if 3G is like still a thing. I probably should look it up. I know in some places it's definitely not, but I haven't looked to see if it is here. So I don't really know how all of that will work. Maybe that's something that I can try in the future. But I just connected to the Wi-Fi and it worked great. It says I have a total of 1.3 gigabytes of memories. I will definitely be purchasing a 16 gigabyte micro SD card. That is the max that it allows, from what I understand. So I'll definitely be purchasing that. But it takes a lot of books to fill up a e-reader. So yeah, we have the daily, which now that I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, I actually do want to see if this works because it's so old. Congratulations on your new Nook. We're sure it'll give you many years of trouble-free enjoyment until next week when we come out with a newer version. This was written in 2000? It says January 1st of 2000. That feels very wrong because this came out in like 2009, so I don't know why it says year 2000 on it, because it definitely didn't come out in 2000. We're just gonna ignore that. There's a thing that says Barnes & Noble blogs, but I don't know if it'll work anymore. No, I don't think it does. But yeah, you can see right here, there's the Wi-Fi, and then there's like the 3G connectivity thing there too. So yeah, the daily doesn't work for obvious reasons. My library, of course, is where you're gonna sideload all of your books. So back, you know, then you could view the Barnes & Noble library, details, content. You can sort your books by title, genre, stuff like that. But here we just have the guide. So I'm going to work on downloading some books in a little bit. It's super easy. Then there's the shop, which is not supported anymore, but that would have been the Barnes & Noble shop. The Reading Now is the book that you're reading now, obviously. Now, the games on this is what took over my life as well, because I played Sudoku like crazy. This device is actually the reason I learned how to play Sudoku. So, love having this. It's one of my favorite puzzle games to play, so I will definitely be using this to play games as well, 100%. There's a thing for Wi-Fi, there's a thing for audio, and then there's a thing for web, and it says beta on it. Obviously, this is very old, so it's not beta anymore. Whoa, it still works. Okay, wait, actually, okay. This is actually so quick. This is way faster than I thought it would be. So, as you can see, what you're seeing on here is what is up here. But this is just like e-ink. Now, I want to see if I can type something in. What website should I go to? Webpage. All right, let's try to go to www. I'm honestly just curious to see if YouTube will pull up. I know that I was going to show mainly reading, but now I'm just like genuinely just curious on what this thing can do because I don't remember at all. So I typed in YouTube. That might be pushing it because that's like actual videos. Yeah, I think we pushed it to its limit. Maybe I should try like just a simple Google search. Let's try like a Google search. And as you can see, the speed on this is actually not bad. It's not terrible. Okay, YouTube doesn't work. And that's totally to be expected, so let's try www.google. Oh god, that's not how you spell Google. Can I go? Oh, I can go back a couple letters. Look at there. Okay. All right, Google works. Google works. And look, you can see down here. Okay, I'm just gonna type in Alyssa Nicole YouTube. I spelled YouTube wrong, but you know what? I keep wanting to click this. This is not touchscreen. Everything has to be done down here, which is confusing. I know I misspelled it, but look, we've got results. There's me. There's me. Woo! Okay, so this new battery charged very quickly, which is just great. I plugged it in and within an hour it was fully charged. So I'm very happy about that. But now, obviously, I can't really do anything on it except for play games right now. I do want to look at the settings and see what all of the settings are. Display. There's a timer, a screensaver, wallpaper, and a clock. Auto adjust brightness, touchscreen brightness, touchscreen timer. I am going to turn the touchscreen brightness up just a tad because it is pretty dark. And I want to see what kind of wallpapers I can do. Ooh, I can do falling leaves, tulips, the Nook logo. We're just going to have to see what they look like. Okay, I clicked tulips. Then for screensaver, you can do authors, nature, or cityscape. So I'm going to do nature. Stop, Deanie. She just hit me. I don't know if you... Did you see that? Why are you hitting me? And then it has a timer after 10 minutes, which I'm fine with. And then for the clock, I need to turn it to my time zone because it says it's 2 in the morning right now. It's not 2 in the morning. And then a 12-hour clock format, yes. Okay, so that's all the settings. So I'm actually going to lock it. Okay, so I locked it and we got a pretty naturescape here. I don't know if there's a way to hack this device to put any type of wallpaper on it. If there is, I'm definitely going to try to look it up. But like I said, this device is so old. I had such a hard time even finding 1 or 2 videos just about the device in general. Like there's like some old YouTube channels from like 12 years ago that made like little unboxings on this, and that's all that I could find. And then there was 1 or 2 videos on how to replace the battery. And then I found some random Reddit pages trying to explain how to hack the device, but I didn't understand what they were saying. So I'm gonna film a little bit for my TikTok. And then, oh, I didn't even show you guys the case that I got. Here's the case. I got this from eBay. There are not many Nook cases that are still out there. I tried to find a website that, you know, gave me a list of all of the accessories and cases that came out with the Nook back in the day, but I just couldn't seem to find a website that would show all of that. I did see like a couple listings there. I just killed a bug. I saw a couple listings where people had like silicone covers, which I do remember having a pink cover over this when I was a kid. And I also remember having like a foldable one when I was a kid as well, but that's all I remember. So I haven't been able to find the silicone cases. I just can't find them unless they're secondhand, and the ones that I did see secondhand are in really bad shape and I'm not gonna buy them. I looked up all the, you know, cases that I could find, and this was the cutest one. So I found some from like Lily Pulitzer. I don't know how to say the brand. They were the regular like Nook brand cases that were just plain like blacks and grays, which I didn't want. And then that's pretty much all that I could find. And then I could find like Vera Bradley like sleeves, which I also had one of those too. So I could rant all day about the cool things that I had for this device when I was a kid, but I feel like I would just be yapping a lot. But I'm genuinely so happy right now having this. I love this thing so much. But anyway, back to the case. I found this case. This is a Kate Spade. I do love Kate Spade. I do want to buy more Kate Spade purses because I think they're so cute. So when I saw this, I was like, yes, yes, yes. And it's in like almost brand new condition. It does have kind of a cringy quote on it, but it's pink and it's cute. So it says, she kept her nose in a book and her head in the clouds, which it could be worse, but it is a little bit of a cringy quote. And then when you open it up, it's orange. It has the little straps and everything to put the Nook in. And over here has little spots if you want to put like your debit cards, license, maybe your library card or anything over here you can. So you can use this as like a little purse too with your little Nook, which is pretty cool. This is a bad angle because I'm not on a tripod right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the Nook inside of it. So it just slides from the bottom. I know you guys can't see. And then you put the straps on the top. And this was specifically made for the first gen Nook. So it fits in there perfectly like this. And then it just closes like a little book. And then you open it and turn it on. So it's been about a week since I got my Nook. I've been using it on and off, mainly because the books I'm reading right now are on Kindle Unlimited, so I have to use my Kindle. But I have been downloading some books and wallpapers and stuff on here. I made a whole tutorial over on TikTok on how to sideload books, wallpapers, and screensavers. So if you want to go check me out on TikTok, I have like a 3-minute video on there that gives the details on how to do that. Love this thing so much. It gives me all the nostalgia of my childhood. And also it is very heavy. I mean, keep in mind like newer e-readers are so light. So this is very, very heavy, but it's just been so fun. Battery life is okay with the new battery. It's definitely a lot better than like an older battery would be. I haven't been reading on it much and I've already had to charge it up, but I think it's because I accidentally left it on. I don't remember and I'm not too sure, but it charges fairly quickly. With my new battery, it charges in like an hour, so it's really not terrible. So you can see I have like different wallpapers that are on the screen when it is locked. And then when I unlock it, I have this go away I'm reading screensaver. And then down here, of course, I'll show you guys the books that I downloaded. It's not very many yet because I need to just go through this and download more. But I downloaded the first 3 books of the Immortal series by Alyssa Noel because that is actually a series that I read on my original Nook as a kid. And then I downloaded Funny Story by Emily Henry, and that's pretty much it. Because I downloaded Funny Story as for the tutorial, but you just press the buttons to pick the book, and I'll show you guys what the book looks like. So here's the book, and then you use the pages, and then you just use the buttons on the side to change the page. As you can see, there is quite a significant of a delay of changing pages, so if that bothers you, you probably won't like this device. But it is old. This is my favorite wallpaper. And I also really love this case too, so I'm enjoying the case. I've been trying to look and try to find cases pop up online, but it's very hard. I'll put links for the, well, I guess the only link I really have is the battery down below, because you kind of just have to go searching if you want to get the device for yourself. Honestly, if you can snag this used in like decent condition for like 10 or 15 bucks and then buy yourself a new battery, totally 100% worth the money, especially if you're on a budget, especially if you know how to sideload stuff. You can get a really great e-reader for super, super cheap. It doesn't have to be new. It's only if you feel comfortable sideloading stuff though. I just wanna say a disclaimer, I never recommend pirating, but in certain situations, it must be done, especially with older e-readers like this that you just can't unfortunately hook to Barnes & Noble to be able to purchase the books. So you have to do it a different way, okay? So just wanted to say that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see me unbox any other e-readers, even old ones, new ones, let me know. Unfortunately, I can't afford the super expensive ones unless they get sent to me. And I also have no interest in getting the Kobo color. I know a lot of you guys keep asking me to get the new Kobo, but I don't read Kobo books. Everything that I read is on Kindle, and I've seen some negative reviews on the Kobo, so I have no interest in getting that unless they send it to me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that now, but there's so many e-readers that I would love to unbox and try because it's just so fun. And I really just have a weird fascination with e-readers. I think I found my new like little niche and obsession. I love electronics and I love reading, so put that together, e-readers are just everything that I love. Do I need multiple e-readers? No, absolutely not. This is mainly just for fun purposes, for content purposes. I do use all of my e-readers. Actually, I have 3 now. And maybe in the future, if I get more, I can do like a big comparison video or something, who knows. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.